Coming from a family full of teachers, I remember my mother spending her own money to be able to fund things that she wanted to do in a classroom, and seeing an organization like the TOSA EFW that looks to raise funds for a teacher to not have to pull out of their pocket when they see some way that they can do something different in their classroom, to me is really important.
Good teachers inspire their students to want to learn more, and good teachers can be inspired by opportunities like the one that I received from the EFW grant.
Educating today's students, it's very different than what it was 10 years ago, and that's a good thing, because there's so many things that our kids are capable of doing now than they were 10 years ago.
We have to meet students where they are. You have some students that can learn by touching things. You have some students that will learn by just hearing it. Every student is different, and so the same way that we have diversity of the way that students appear, there's diversity in how they think and how they learn, and we need to be able to adapt to that in the classroom.
When we look at something that is new and innovative, that may be outside the budget of our own school, this is where EFW can step in and the donors can step in and really make a difference for the community here at Wauwatosa.
Knowing that these grants are available, it really allows me to think about my curriculum in a different way. I can see where there's holes and where there's areas that my students could benefit from different exposures or different projects. And by applying for a grant to fill in some of those holes, it is really exciting for me because I get to teach in a different way and my students get to learn in a different way that otherwise wouldn't be possible.
I think the biggest thing that the EFW offers to the school system is the opportunity to think without limits. And so really the EFW provides an opportunity for a teacher to say, hey, if I could have anything that I wanted to be able to reach that one student in this classroom, or if I could have anything that I wanted in order to be able to teach some new skill, what would it be?
The title of my grant was "The Mind Cannot Forget What the Hands Have Learned."
I saw the need for the mirrors last year, especially. We had a lot of really bad posture problems, and I was constantly having kids go to the bathroom to look at how they were holding their instrument.
The TIMBY telecast is an opportunity for students to be able to turn their classroom or wherever we are into a recording studio.
When they're using the clay, they're rolling the clay, they're making the muscle, they then understand in a deeper level maybe what the function of that muscle is, what the name of that muscle is because of where it's located or how it's shaped.
Remember, you guys, this is the triceps.
And since those mirrors have been put up, band has used it, orchestra has used it, choir has used it, dance team has used it.
The benefit of the kids being able to lead this work is that it's truly their ideas, their thoughts, but they're really invested and engaged.
It's really become this amazing cross-cultural and cross-curricular thing.
Had kids who are struggling with writing suddenly want to write. I've had kids who have struggled with speech or just public speaking in general, suddenly wanting to be in front of a camera.
They do learn it better than they do if I would just say, okay, learn these 25 muscles today on paper and give them a picture of it.
It's simple, right? Just a bunch of mirrors on a wall. But it has impacted our daily life here at TOSA in more than just my classroom.
In the years of existence that the EFW has been around, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been provided to students across Wauwatosa. And so the donors are important. They're the backbone for what it is that we do, and without them, we wouldn't be able to provide the opportunities that we do for the students.
The donors make it all possible. The donors are the ones that are generous enough to give us the money that we need to bring in the new and innovative products into the classrooms.
Through this grant, I see a whole nother community emerging, that students are seeing themselves as more than just a classroom community, but more of a school community.
Stuff is changing every day, and that's really cool, and the EFW grant is able to help us keep up with those changes.
The mission of the TOSA EFW is to promote excellence, innovation, and opportunity by raising money and awareness to be able to fund programs in classrooms that will truly set students up for future success.